This podcast features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
Previously on Acquisitions Incorporated. Hired by Jarlaxle, Omin Dran, Jim Darkmagic, Strix, and Viari attempted to infiltrate the secret Waterdeep Bank of Dragon's Hold in order to commit grand theft money.
Omin, you are standing in the middle of this bank. Small things about the room are on fire. You can see that the tiefling who runs this place is behind the bar. Her succubi and incubi hench people are about the room.
I mean, embarrass you, but I think it's succubuses.
You're looking around at all this. You see your friend Viari, or your employee Viari,
Indeed.
rather, with his half a hit point.
The interaction that we just had, I think it could be a teaching moment for my staff. Do you remember how all of this came to be? Like, do you remember the events that sort of predicated this precipitous fall in your own station?
I was giving employees opportunities to succeed.
The rest of this mission is your annual review.
To open the vault, they needed an expert documancer. Enter Walnut Dankgrass of the Red Larch branch.
Walnut Dankgrass? Kakra!
As soon as I see Omin, I become the most stoic person you've ever seen. And I go, Omin.
Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
I just like, I'm ready.
You know that she is a franchise owner.
And I just walk. I just walk right in.
Walnut, you're going to see things in here that may give you the impression that you have joined an organization wholly incapable of satisfying its own goals. Whatever you might see in here, I am an effective, noteworthy person.
Of course.
Today's access codes for the vault have been badly burned. The paper was damaged by her wretched fireball. This would take one of the best documenters in the world.
I think that Walnut and I together could probably crack this.
It requires some very fine handling of the document because you could cause further disintegration.
Ooh, God damn it, I'm gonna have to ask Viari to do this.
Yes, sir.
Let's see it.
13.
It's wrecked.
It was supposed to be very different.
It was supposed to be special. And it wasn't.
Nobody thinks I'm here ananyway, so can I just investigate the wall?
Yeah. Jim dispels the magic.
I just opened the door.
House Castellantis security here momentarily.
Then we gotta go fast.
You see a staircase that drops down into a room with an illuminated floor covered with runes and a wall of fire, a wall of green flame.
Oh,
Green flame!
what the hell?
Then, in a chamber beyond,
You see a marble vault, and there are 9 sealed chests. And floating above each chest is an infernal rune. In the middle of the room, however, is a centerpiece that looks like a woman made of solid gold, holding up something in her hand that looks like a world. So
Flesh.
realistic, you think that she may have been turned into.
Okay.
Do we think it's like gold all the way down?
You'd have to probably like knock on it to do it.
I'll go up and give it a...
Too late.
God damn you.
Sort of a blistering wave of magical energy that erupts from the globe.
and in a shocking twist that will change the multiverse for mostly ever.
And at this moment, I, Chris Perkins, your former dungeon master, I'm going to take my leave and yield my DM's hat going forward to Jeremy Crawford, my illustrious colleague. It's been a hell of a run, guys. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me torture you for 11 years.
Oh no,
More or less.
the pleasure was all ours.
This globe opens up. Lightning starts arcing out from it. Your hair, if you have it, begins to stand on end, and you are suddenly pulled into the center of this globe. Strix, you hear a voice in your head. Daughter of this pact, made by your family, you are not yet allowed to leave this multiverse.
Excuse me? I'm so
You
upset.
see the other 4 vanish. A humanoid elephant. Well, I mean, it works. Welcome to Ravnica. And as he says this, the sphere up in the sky that had that image of the great wheel explodes. And he says, "Fiddlesticks!" And that is where we'll end.
Now, trapped on a new plane of elephant men and probably other things besides elephant men, I'm gonna call it. It's time to venture into Ravnica, City of Elephants. Welcome to Acquisitions Incorporated.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Acquisitions Incorporated. It is an honor for me to be able to welcome you for the first time. For those of you who don't know, I am Jeremy Crawford, lead rules designer of Dungeons & Dragons. You might have seen my name before in your player's handbook, the lead designer of that book, the co-lead designer of the Dungeon Master's Guide, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, and many other D&D books. 11 years ago, I was hired on at Wizards of the Coast by Chris Perkins. He's my buddy. And months ago, when Penny Arcade asked me if I would be interested in following Chris's footsteps, because Chris was ready to take a vacation. And what I said to them was, it would be a ball, but only if Chris blesses it. And so I went to him and I was like, "Chris, are you all right with me doing this?" And he said yes. And that to me meant more than anything else, because all of us love what Chris did at this table over the past 11 years. And so he wasn't at a live show to hear us applaud for him. So before we play some D&D tonight, I want us, for Chris, who will be watching this video, to give him a rousing round of applause. I am pretty damn sure he heard that all the way back in Seattle. Are you ready to play some Dungeons & Dragons? Well, we have some players who you know very well. First up, I would love to call to the stage Jerry Holkins as Omin Dran. Next, we have Patrick Rothfuss as Viari. Joining us again, we have Amy Falcone playing Walnut Dankgrass. And of course, we have Mike Krahulik with us tonight as Jim Darkmagic. And finally, we have a guest star tonight, Anna Prosser, joining us as Evelyn Marthain. Let's see. All right, you've preset your dice.
Well, the dice are charging at their maximum potential. Except for this one. This one's all fucked up.
You're on your knees.
You're not my real dad. I'm sorry. I had to get it out of the way.
No, it's good that you did.
Okay.
It's good that you did. And if we need to go back and have a cry, we can.
It just came to me.
These relationships are about communication.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
I prefer to be thought of as your uncle.
All right. Well, just keep your hands above the waist. We'll be all right.
Whoa. All right. So everyone else but Jim has now staggered to their feet on this metal floor, and these orbs are crashing down toward you. Now, Evelyn, you're not here yet.
Okay.
And so I need all of you to immediately make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can get out of the way as these orbs come crashing down.
Wow.
Amy.
Not just the laugh, but the pointed
I
laugh.
know, full point.
Walnut,
Yes.
I need you to be better.
Not your real dad.
Don't worry, I'm here for you.
It's pretty good.
17.
Yeah.
17.
4.
Oof.
This is just
Dexterity
Can I use
save.
medicine? See, I have to test. I need to make sure what I can get away with. All right, dexterity save. I mean, it's pretty easy, really. It's just a -1.
Oh, no! Wow. That's got to feel real good.
Wow. Omin, I need you to be better.
No, it's like Walnut, unacceptable.
Right on your head.
Okay, that's bad.
Omin and Walnut, I need each of you to roll a d4.
Yes.
I can do that. I know which one that is.
Yes.
A 1 on that as well.
A 3.
All right. Omin,
Yes.
as this sphere crashes down onto you, you not only take a jolt to your mind,
My mind?
12 psychic damage.
God. Okay, all right, well, that's fine. Okay, yeah.
And you rolled a 1 on that d4.
Yeah.
As this sphere lands on top of you, you see inside it this swirling purple cloud, and the rest of you see Omin's skin suddenly turn the color of that cloud. You are now bright purple.
It's fine. It's
Violet, you're turning violet.
And over here with our 3.
Which is a much better number than 1.
Yes. So you look through this sphere, and for a moment you could swear you see this beautiful green valley with a rainbow over it, and there is an audible as a little bunny rabbit tail sprouts at your back.
Dude,
That's fine.
This is extremely her shit.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Any more? Or just that?
Just that.
Oh no.
The elephant man says, "Get away from those spheres!"
Look, I did not invite the spheres. That's not how this worked, and this is intentional. I was gonna do this anyway.
He is backing away from you toward the doors. What do you do?
I back away with him.
You'll remember that you are standing in the center of this big silver circle.
Oh dear.
So, nothing fell on me, right?
No. You, Jim, and you, Viari, you're fine. You dodged away, and the orbs landed without breaking, but you'll recall that the orb that you exited from has a big crack in it, and it has gone dark. You also have at your feet the smaller orb that Jim touched back in the bank vault.
It's just laying on the ground?
Yes.
I pick it up and I shake it as hard as I can.
What are you doing?
It worked last time.
Nothing happens.
How big are these orbs?
Each of these orbs is about this size around, and you can see in each of them swirling lights, clouds. Omin, as you move away from the one that purpled you,
Yeah.
it rolls over
Violeted.
But not violated.
No. That's a different game.
This was an act of violence.
It was an act of violence. All right, I'm sorry, we're done.
As it rolls,
Yeah.
it gets within 1 foot of one of the other spheres, and there is a sudden arc of lightning between the two of them. And from this other sphere, there is a golden light for a moment, another pop, and suddenly Evelyn Marthain is expelled from that golden sphere onto the metal floor.
Where am I?
You're in Ravnica, the elephant man says.
Is that near Waterdeep?
What is a Waterdeep?
That's a good question. Do I see Omin?
You see these 4 with these strange spheres on the ground, and you also see behind you that lightning that produced you is now starting to arc around the spheres that you are standing amid. You better get out of there!
I want to grab the cracked one that we can't, like, it's not shattered, it's just cracked.
Yes.
I grab that, and I beat feet where the elephant man is.
All right. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, you said that we're standing in a silver, like a circle?
Yes.
There's a ring around us or inlaid or...
It's etched into the metal floor.
So if I approach the edge of that, do I detect a field of any kind, or is my hair standing up? Do I think I could just step across that?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence arcana check.
Arcana? 17 plus 8. I know about rings.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see that it isn't just silver. Your wizardly eyes pick up that very minutely there are tiny sigils also in it, and you kind of get goosebumps as you look at it, right as Viari steps over the circle.
Hey, maybe don't... Does anything happen to him?
Nothing happens to you, but there is suddenly an arc of lightning across the door that the elephant man is standing in. He is jolted, falls backward into the hallway that he came through, and the doors slam shut. That lightning then courses over the doorway and jumps into 2 giant suits of armor standing on either side.
Oh, yeah.
And you hear suddenly an alarm klaxon going off, and you hear intruders, 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 and one of the large suits of armor rises up and started to clump toward you. I need you to roll initiative.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa!
Okay. Well, when it mattered a lot, I rolled poorly. But now that we're determining what order we act in, I've rolled a natural 20.
You've seen Evelyn, and you're spurred to action.
Exactly. I was goosed.
I've got 21.
19.
Yeah, I have a 19 as well.
You have -1 initiative?
Oh, yeah.
Which of you would like to go first?
James.
Okay, yeah, I'll go first.
And last but not least, Viari.
7.
Oh, I got a 5.
Evelyn?
21.
21.
Oh, 5 for Walnut. All right. All right, up first, we have none of you.
Yeah.
So, you notice, as you're facing toward the doors, the big suit of armor to your left can't seem to pull itself off the wall. It is jolting as it tries to pull itself off, but the other one stomps toward you. And Viari, since you're in front, it comes toward you with these 2 fists coursing with lightning and brings them down on you.
Dude, I have actually read about this. I have the Ravnica book. These are Viari killers. And they're not that bad unless you're Viari, and then it's the worst.
Real bad, yeah.
Oh, great.
Does a 20 hit you?
I sure as hell hope so.
Yes, it does.
All right. 13 bludgeoning damage as the fist hits you, and then there is a jolt of lightning for 10 more lightning damage.
God!
So a total of 23 damage.
Okay, I will use the uncanny dodge to take half from the bludgeoning.
All right.
Okay.
And here comes the other fist.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I got a natural 20.
That one, oddly enough, it really doesn't hit. Oh, now, a quick point of rules clarification. It says uncanny dodge. When I can see this hits me with an attack, I use my reaction to halve the damage. Am I having both the bludgeoning and the electrical because it's one attack? Okay.
Yes. And now you take and now you take 46 damage.
Oh, no. 46 is a lot.
Give me 1 second. I am still alive.
Guy would be dead.
What's that put you at, big boy?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
May I have another?
It's a new era.
Evelyn,
Yeah.
what do you do?
So Evelyn's kind of like just getting her bearings, and she looks up and she'll say, I'm going to guess those are the bad guys. And she's going to run for the one that just attacked Viari. And right before she takes a swing, she just kind of like flicks her eyes over her shoulder to see if Omin's watching, just real quick. And then she takes an attack with her flame-tongue greatsword, the Heart of Spinelli. But I'm assuming that doesn't hit. That's a 10.
That is
But
a miss.
good thing Evelyn makes 2 attacks every turn, so she kind of like pretends that was on purpose and spins around. Tries again. That time it's going to be 21.
That's a hit.
Awesome. So she's going to do... only 12 damage.
Oof.
With a little bit of fire in it.
All right.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. She has improved Divine Smite now. So actually, that's going to add an 8 to it.
All right. So
20.
Very
Thanks.
good. Jim.
Yeah. I haven't left that ring yet. So it seems to me like leaving this ring activated some sort of security mechanism that put this place into like a lockdown.
That hasn't been proven.
I'm gonna go with that for now. I'd like.
What's that based on?
I want to figure out if there's some way I can sort of magically diffuse this, whatever is animating them, this spell. How would I go about doing that?
Let's see. Do you have Dispel Magic prepared?
Yes, I do. Can I dispel these guys?
Or you could try dispelling the circle.
Oh. Yeah, but would that stop them? Well, let's start there. I want to try to dispel the circle. Actually, no. I want to try to dispel him. Like I want to kill the bot itself.
All right.
So is that's not counterspell? That's
Dispel magic.
Dispel magic. Oh, maybe I don't have that.
3rd level.
Yeah. Magic missile. 3 bolts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Very nice. Those missiles crash into the armor and cause the lightning inside it to actually spark out of it, almost as if you were like hitting a piñata, and instead of confetti coming out, lightning is coming out. And Viari, since you're standing right next to it.
Oh, no.
But hold on, how come she hit it too? Sorry to throw you under the bus here.
Your hair simply stands on end.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like, is it flowing?
Like an afro type
Patrick,
thing.
how would you like it to look?
What is this?
Here we go again. Fucking, all right.
It would just like gently, as if on an unseen breeze, would be nice.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
But there is an unseemly cowlick in the back.
But I can't see it.
You cannot,
Oh,
but
okay,
everyone
fine.
else can.
Yeah.
If you're considering a spell for a new book, Unseemly Cowlick, as a cantrip, just consider it.
I would take that.
Yeah.
Omin, what do you do?
All right. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna look at my. Tell me about the level of purple we're talking about here.
Violet.
Just so I can get. Okay, that's enough for me. So I'm gonna stand up, and this is the least. I didn't think of myself as a vain person, but this is definitely not something I'm interested in. And I'm going to stride over. And I'm going to say, Jim, couldn't fix this magic robot over here.
Listen, I was discovering this trap as he sprung it.
I also discovered it.
Shut up. So,
it's true.
I'm going to try to throw, I'm going to try to toss a little of that special sauce over toward them.
What are you talking about?
Well, I don't see it either.
What kind of sauce, boss?
Well, I was thinking about the Dispel Magic sauce, but I don't have that sauce.
See, now we're screwed. The problem is that when we used to play with Chris, I didn't worry about this. I just picked whatever spells I wanted. And now I was like, oh man, I better actually prepare the right spells. And now I'm fucked because of it.
Okay. All right. Well, here, we're going to do it this way. I am going to hold this monster.
What?
Well, not like a spell, paralyze it. Do I think that would work?
You can try.
Yes. I'm going to try and hold this monster. Withhold the monster, specifically the spell.
All right. What's the saving throw I need to make?
The saving throw that you need to make on this is 16.
All right. Wisdom?
Indeed.
You see it for a moment stop in its tracks.
Like this.
But the lightning then jolts it, and it keeps moving.
All right.
Viari.
It's loosened it.
Yeah.
She's close enough to this so I can get my sneak attack?
Absolutely.
Okay. I still, I'm assuming this still counts as my performance review?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's like that forever now.
So yeah, I throw down Chippy.
Yeah.
Pikachu, I choose you.
Yeah.
And then I fall upon it in a flurry of blades.
Oh no, that's the wrong number.
No, I can totally. It's fine. That's a 13.
That is not a hit.
28.
That is a hit.
That's better.
Yeah.
Way higher.
So I will put the sneak attack on the one that hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this. Sorry, a lot of dice.
That's what I want.
Yeah, please get more.
10, 15, and then 21.
That's good. Get in that crevice.
And you want Chippy's attacks too?
Yes.
Chippy does 15 and 20 plus.
Both hit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Help me remember, folks, the bite is, I think
with the beak.
It's 2d6 plus 5. So there's 11 and 13.
So with the flurry of Viari and Chippy,
combined vigor,
there is a sudden thunderous boom from inside the armor, and its chest implodes. The lightning stops, and that imploded chest piece crashes to the ground.
Nice. Nice.
Okay.
The other piece of armor has failed to get off the wall and is just and there is clanging on the door. Are you all right in there?
Is there still lightning covering the door?
It's all now in that suit of armor over next to the door.
Oh, okay. I'm going to step out of this circle, head towards the door.
All right.
Nothing happens. It won't activate again, okay.
No, but as you step over, you see that suit of armor that's up against the wall, it just jolts some more. It's like you're stepping over.
It's free action.
Yeah.
Now you do see its arm is right next to that door.
Can I cast Dispel Magic?
Somebody should.
Yeah.
I would love to cast Dispel Magic, and I'll do it at the 4th level.
All right.
Wow.
Ooh. What are you targeting?
I'm going to target the circle that I'm in because I'm very nervous of leaving this circle.
All right.
Without doing something to it.
So when you cast it, all of you, the hair at the back of your neck goes up as you draw on your magic, Walnut.
Yes.
There is a shimmer around the circle, and suddenly the lightning is just gone, and the armor goes still.
I look over at Omin and I go, got it, boss.
All right, I give just a quick, you know when you are like high school tier, and it's very, very important to gesticulate toward the social order, and so there's a lot of hellos that are just like light raises of the neck, like this. I look over at Walnut, I do that, like that, and I say, good hire.
I think at this point, Evelyn probably notices Walnut and goes, Walnut! And shrieks and does that girly thing and runs over with little steppies and just grabs her arm. Little steppies. But she flies. She has gliding wings, so they're like in the air. They're not even, they're just for fun. And then she grabs her arm and she's like, it's so good to see you.
Walnut goes as stiff as a board, but she's like, it's good to see you too. Where are we?
I thought you might know.
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stride over to this door. Somehow in my mind, I've decided to blame all of this on the Elephant Man.
Yeah.
Somehow, it's all his schemes, machinations. It's like we're in the lair of the boss. Like I have invented this whole persona for this guy. And I'm gonna go over to the door.
Still closed.
Still closed, and I'm just gonna feel around for the mechanism that might control it. I'm just gonna shout through the door. I'm gonna say, is there a way to open it? I mean, I assume you made this door, like you made the killer machines.
What, Walnut, why is he purple?
I didn't make any of it.
So what good are you?
I often ask myself that.
Big mood.
Wow.
I said, do you know how to open the door?
I don't. Oh. One moment. And you hear boom, boom, boom as he walks away.
Yeah, I turn around and I say, Ms. Marthain.
Omin?
Well, you may not be aware of this. I don't know how often you get over to Neverwinter, but there is, they call it Violetti.
Oh.
And it's a skin treatment is a rare berry that it's applied to the skin, and I mean it's not permanent by any means. So if it's a problem, then it will go away. But if you like it, then of course it can remain as long as you like.
Well, you should express yourself however you see fit always, and I mean, fashion's fashion, I suppose.
I've got the information that I need. I don't know if I can blush through it. We'll see how it goes. More amethyst?
It gets very pink.
Okay, great. But anyway, it's another situation handled by Acquisitions Incorporated, obviously.
Is it handled?
Oh, thoroughly.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here.
Me either. I have secured a new world. This is... our new world. It's a new market.
I didn't mean to intrude or anything.
Oh, absolutely not. You can't intrude. The entire world is mine. So
wow.
Go where you like in safety, and whatever needs you may have.
Jim thinks this is embarrassing. I'm gonna go to the door and just start pounding on it.
No,
please, let me out. You can't keep me in here.
You hear boom, boom, boom. All right, stand back from the door.
Yeah,
See, like I said.
We can go anywhere, even outside that door.
Well, yeah, but for now, let's just step away.
Way back.
Mm-hmm.
She's still holding on to Walnut. She's just doing that thing.
Yeah.
She just clings to her arm and she's kind of leaning on her shoulder.
I'm gonna drag you way back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go twice as far as I think I should go, and then a little bit more.
You hear a strange crackling noise on the other side of the door. Then this immense sound of thunder, and the two doors are blasted off their hinges, clattering onto the metal floor there. And you see standing there, the elephant guy, and next to him, looking even shorter than she would normally, since she's standing next to an elephant guy, is a gnome woman with her gray hair up in a beehive hairdo. She has goggles up on her forehead, and she's holding what looks like essentially a giant rifle with crackling lightning up at the top. And she looks in there and she says, well, what the hell?
Oh, I know what that is. That's a gun.
A what?
Paladin has one of those. It's a gun. I don't know what it does, but he likes it.
This is indeed a gun. But where in the hell did you come from?
Well, you need to talk to your elephant person here, because he invented some kind of apparatus that has pulled us into what I'm almost certain is a completely other universe. I mean, for lack of a better term, obviously a lot of the language around this hasn't been developed. But the optimal scenario for us is if he could just come in here and fucking fix it, and we'll just get back in the orb, and then obviously we'll be out of your hair.
I thought we were gonna explore.
Well, we'll see.
Oh.
We'll see if there's time.
Now, honey, this is a fucking mess.
Upon this, I think we may find agreement, madam.
Now, did you come through the orb that this fine fellow is holding?
Shake it, and it sounds like a Christmas tree ornament.
Yes, I believe. Is that a problem?
Yeah.
Are they supposed to crack like that? Is that?
Darling, you're not going home anytime soon. Why don't you come with Vi, and I can serve you up some tea. I have a lot to tell you.
Well, I accept your offer for the time being, but I reserve the right to be angry at virtually any time.
That is your right. And this fine fellow, he has a name. It's Edu. He's a Loxodon.
Well, I'm going to write that down. And I get out a little notebook.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Now, this giant mess is going to take us a week or more to clean up. So
how long is a week where you're from? Because where I'm from, it's like 10 days.
Hold on a second. Where are you from?
We're from a place that is, generally speaking, I think the here. We call it Toral. I don't know if you have a Toral. Do you have one of those?
Now, honey, you are under a mistaken impression. I am not from here either.
Oh, that's great news. We're just going to go back how you got here.
And in fact, I have an apartment in Waterdeep.
Oh.
What?
Oh. I might own that apartment. You might be back on rent. We can talk about that later. I mean, we don't got to worry right now.
Honey, before we go any further, what's your name? Because I'm starting to get a feeling now that I see a certain likeness and a certain attitude.
I am...
He's Omin Dran.
I knew it! And you're not shitting me with some illusion magic or some such.
No, I could do it if I wanted to, but I'm not right now.
He looks purple because it's fashion.
Oh, I've seen far stranger things than that, honey.
Yes, I'm Omin Dran, as long as that is convenient for you.
Omin Dran of the Acquisitions Incorporated.
You can see the livery here, and I say, Evelyn, I mean, even here in this place, the brand is recognized.
It's very good marketing.
Oh, try to imagine a campaign that breaches worlds, and that's the level of execution we deliver every single day.
Now,
I would just like to say, behind him all this time, Viari has like 4 hit points left. He is smoldering, and like lightning has blasted half the clothes off his body.
Evelyn's like, you have an unseemly cowlick right here.
I rolled for it maybe like 5 minutes ago. I want to come over to you, clap a hand on your back, and say, I don't like you, but you fought valiantly, and you get 24 hit points.
Oh.
Wow. With the slap.
Yeah, with the slap.
Leon slap.
This would be slap.
Slap on it. I say, Vi, it's entirely possible that you have heard things about me that are untrue. And I'd like to put any of those to rest right now before we continue. If you've heard anything like that I'm bad or that I lie all the time, I mean, none of that is...
Oh, honey, keep going.
Usury obviously is a big one. You hear a lot about that. There's definitely some of that. Evil magic. I've dabbled. I mean, it's a hobby. It's not, you know what I mean?
Wow, I need a drink after that confession. Let's come back to my quarters. And so, if you are comfortable following Vi,
sure.
She, with her rifle resting on her shoulder, wobbles.
And her Luxodon Edu?
His name is Edu. The two of them go down this hallway. All of the floors, the ceilings, the walls around you, all metal. Ugh. And there are lights blinking on the walls as if by magic. You get down to the end of the hallway. It opens up into a comfortable-looking sitting room. Vi hops up into an armchair clearly not made for a woman of her size, but she scooches back. She reaches over to a side table. She picks up a pipe, stuffs in some tobacco, turns a little knob on this metal pipe. She takes a deep drag and she exhales, and as she does so, this pink smoke comes out that forms a galloping herd of unicorns.
Huh.
Oh, you like that? Then you're going to love this. She turns the knob again. She inhales, exhales, and out of her mouth comes a gout of green flame.
Green flame!
Omin, I want one of those.
Jim, I want all of those.
I can sell you one of these pipes. But I don't recommend smoking. It's terrible for the lungs.
Mm-hmm. That's what they say. Now, how did you come to be in this metallic place?
Oh, please, sit down. And you see there are seats all around the room. There is also a small window in the wall. It looks almost like a portal in a ship. And you can see outside what you think at first are the spires of a temple. But then you realize as you look out, they are far too tall for spires, and you realize you are looking at the tallest buildings you have ever seen in your life.
I'm gonna get something from the tea service, and I'm just gonna watch this like TV.
So, when I look out the window as a druid, do I see anything natural?
You see buildings as far as the eye can see.
I turn to Vi and I go, how big would you say this city is?
She takes a puff on her pipe. She holds the smoke in, exhales. Some green flame comes out again.
Just stick out.
And she says, honey, it's the whole damn world.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, I mean, it can't be the whole world. I mean, where do you keep, the forests and the rivers?
There are some parks.
Parks?
Parks.
That's it?
I hear there's an ocean down underground.
Oh, God. Walnut begins just the beginnings of a very serious panic attack.
Just the vibration.
Yeah, it is building. We're at like a 3, and it is slowly going up.
It's trending up.
It's trending up. To be continued.
Evelyn is behind her, petting her hair, going, shh, 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 shh.
I'm at a 4.
So, if you've heard of Omin, you must have heard of Jim Darkmagic.
Oh, honey, of course I have.
It's good.
Oh, you know what? I've heard of Jim Darkmagic. My friend Strix says that he used to maybe be kind of good at magic, but he sucks real bad now.
She's very sick.
She is?
Yeah, she has a disease. You could get her help. It's attacking her brain.
Her brain?
Yeah, she's not much longer to live. It's
I gotta get home.
Yeah, I know. It's really bad. It's sad. She didn't want to tell you guys, so.
I'm assuming there's a little bit of a wet bar. I need to get like
all of it?
A very, very stiff drink, and I will bring it to Walnut, and I'll be like, it's always like this, but it gets easier.
I take the drink, and I'm shaking so bad, all the liquid's out of it before it gets in my mouth.
No, it's dry. It's bone dry.
It's like the Sahara.
Right. I'm looking out at all this metal. If there's no forest, it means that virtually every molecule of material has been converted into some form of erotic commerce. And I sip my drink, my tea, and I wave. I say, Viari,
yeah.
Come.
Yeah.
You have, somehow, through your sloth, your arrogance, your self-serving, yet somehow servile manner, you have, no. You have somehow brought me an entire world, an entire spherical new market. The most shameful trinket of this place would be an arcane treasure at home. Welcome to the company.
But we have no way of getting back.
He started to have a moment.
Yeah.
And he was like, and it's like, if I pass out, will this opportunity go away? And you say that, and it's like, it's immediately gone. It's like he was in his happy place for half a second.
Yeah.
All right. So I say, Vi, how did you get here? And is it still open somehow? so that we can just go back through it this afternoon, perhaps,
Honey,
with a caravan of goods.
I am afraid not. You see, the way I get around, it only works on me.
This I gotta hear. I'm gonna find a chair, and I'm gonna sit in it, but I'm not gonna have the boots on the ground. I'm gonna sit in the chair like a child, with the shoes up in the chair, in a seat like this, and I just rest the teacup in the middle of my lap and look forward like an animal.
The stories are true. Just like me, honey, you love business and commerce.
Well, I have other words for it, but yes. Now, how did you? So you have some mechanism particular to yourself that allows you to go. This is not a portkey situation, not a portal, not the traditional mysteries of Sigil, let's say.
Oh, you know about the City of Doors. That's where one of my apartments is. I run my business mostly from there. I'm a bit of a tinkerer. I'm known in various worlds, and they call me when they have things they don't know how to fix. Which is why you're fortunate to be here when I happen to be here, because that thing you came through, we all thought it didn't work.
Oh, it works. Yeah, it works when you don't want it to, actually, which
Clearly.
is kind of the same.
Clearly. And you came through, honey, why don't you put that orb down?
I still got it's under one arm. Well, mostly because I don't want it to get more broke or lose it. For all I know, I'm gonna zip out of here at any moment. This is the only way home. I mean, one of you could hold it if you wanted, but I'm not going to set it down and let it go away.
That's fair.
It's a sphere. I mean, it'll go anywhere it wants.
Well, if we're going to fix it, you're going to need to let go of it at some point.
Put it a little on the ottoman.
No, but pile some pillows up on each.
Yeah. Oh yeah, make a little fort for it.
And where was that other sphere? The smaller one?
Jim.
Oh yeah, I got that one. I was holding it.
And that's on the other side.
It was on a statue of a woman that I didn't recognize, which is strange.
You like the ladies, do you, Jim?
I do.
I say, except for in rare cases, it's mutual.
Yeah, I heard that too. So if we're going to get you back, we're going to need to fix both of those things. Because I've been studying blueprints of that strange device by an inventor named Zim, as far as we know. We are in a secret research facility belonging to one of the guilds in this city, the Izzet Guild. They're bonkers. They're fantastic at making things that don't work, but they're spectacular.
I can appreciate that.
They called me in because they knew I can fix things like this, especially if it's about hopping from one world to the next. Now, we were getting really close until you popped out like newborn babes. And so now we've got to start all over. We're going to need two things, my friends. First, that orb that you love to hug so much. That is not glass on the outside. That is a special substance. They have kooky names here in this world. They call it omniglass. The Izzet love to make up strange things. They have like cosmoflux, ass blasters, and I don't know what.
Ass blaster?
It is transparent adamantine. How it cracked beats me. But there are only two places I know of in this world to get it. Either from the guild hall of Izzet, but they're not supposed to know that this research is going on right under their nose, or you can go down under the city, down in the dark undercity ruled by the Golgari swarm.
Are they cool guys?
Do you like Medusas?
I've never met a Medusa.
They're strange. They don't have snakes on their head here. They kind of wiggle around. They have these wigglies, but there are no heads on them.
Like wiggly hair?
Yeah.
Like his hair was doing?
Bing. Oh, like that, but a little more wavy. Down there, they guard some of the sources of this. Down where all of the city's refuse gathers up deep. There are horrors down beneath this city.
It sounds like down there they could use some sunshine. Have you heard the good word of Lathander?
Not today.
The morning Lord shines on all of us, even when we're underground. You may not see it, but you can surely feel it.
Praise him.
Yes, praise Lathander.
You serve a...
Shut up. Praise him. I can feel. Do you feel? Even in this place, I feel his powerful light.
I feel it, and I've realized it must be that is why I'm here. Lathander has called me to this place for a certain purpose, and I surely shall find it.
Indeed.
It is only,
well said.
Only now does Viari realize what's going on, and like the dawn of Lathander's morning, on his face is the realization that Omin Dran has it so bad right now. And like the joy in his expression is just like, kid at Christmas, it's like, oh, do I watch it? But also, what will I do with this wonderful gift?
How will I play with it?
It's like a cat. It's like that cruel joy.
Yes. Oh, it's the Grinch smile is coming up all the way to the ears.
I see that you feel it too. The light of Lathander inside you rising.
I feel it rising even as we speak.
Yes.
I would love nothing more than to speak with you on this for any amount of
Viari,
time.
I have something that I need you to attend to.
Could it possibly be more important than?
Nothing could be more important than Lathander.
I agree.
Yeah, but in this, somebody doesn't like Lathander. They're saying some shit, and I want him to go talk to them about it real quick. So,
please let me do whatever I can in service of Lathander.
Yeah. Please go outside the room and stay there, and don't come back. I will go outside and lay down with your face down on the ground, and don't move.
I will do this for you. And also for Lathander.
Yeah.
And I go outside and I have the best laugh of my life. It counts as a short rest. It is so refreshing. I laugh for 15 solid minutes.
I escort him to the door and I say, I wasn't kidding, really actually lay down, pretend you're dead. And then I close the door and then I come back. So, two options. It seems like
she, while this was all going on, made herself what looks like a really deep glass of whiskey, and she is.
So she's pro. She's pro tier.
You are a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm so successful and rich. So when I come back in, I say, listen, so it seems like we can send Viari to do the is it thing alone. And then the rest of us, because he's a rogue or whatever, and then the rest of us, we can go down below to the Golgari, because we want to hedge our bets here, so definitely sending Viari alone.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. So those are the two possible paths just for that piece.
Okay.
We also need to power up that little guy there.
The one I've got, yeah.
Yes. That's sort of like, think of those orbs almost like the doorway you go through. And that is what unlocks the door. Now for that, this is some special magic.
We came to the right guy.
This inventor Zim figured out.
Inventor Zim? You're all right, Jeremy. You're all right.
It turns out, here in this gigantic city, and I was waiting to tell you this, because I can tell, honey, you're about to collapse. Come over here, grab Vi's hand.
I grab Vi's hand, and it's so tight.
Her Her skin is gnarled and leathery, but she grips your hand with a tender strength, and she says, I get it, honey. I get it.
I'm comforted. I'm back down to a 3.
It got to me too at first, when I started going to worlds without the forest and the hills. But there are wonders, even in this crazy city, and one of them is right up your alley. Here in this city, they've got a giant tree.
Okay.
Bigger than any I've ever seen in the realm.
Okay.
That tree is tied to what they call the world soul. They have a fancy name for it, Mat Celestia. But what they discovered...
God bless you.
Thank you. What they discovered, this Zim and his assistants, all of whom, by the way, just vanished, they discovered, as far as I can tell, as I traced the magic in that strange apparatus that pooped you out, that this world soul here is connected to the world tree that connects our worlds back at home. That it is all one big trunk. Some people call it Yggdrasil, all sorts of names. But it's like this vine that goes through the entire cosmos.
Oh my God. Now it's all starting to make sense to me.
So you need some of that connective energy inside that orb to unlock the portal to get your butts out of here and get home.
Yes, this I can do.
Now, to do it, you're going to need to go talk to those Celestia folks. They're nice enough. A little too much granola and patchouli for me.
God, patchouli, even in this place.
Even in this universe.
I love patchouli.
Me too.
You hear from the hallways just laughter.
Evelyn Vi looks you directly in the eye and she says, honey, you are just the best.
Thank you. I think you're the best. I like those unicorns that you made.
Oh, I can do that again for you, but not just yet. Now, here's the thing. They're not going to part with this world soul energy so easily. So we're going to get Edu. Honey, Edu, come back in here. Wait, why'd you close the door? Can you open up the door?
Okay. And then I'm going to go and open up, say, no, it's not for you.
I know. I make sure I'm on the ground outside the door. Oh, Lathander. I'm like way down on my face praying.
Wow, so pious.
Well, yeah. Lathander warned us about this sort of performative piety, though.
Oh.
There's no works associated with it. That's what makes it so tawdry.
Perhaps that is my goal here, to teach him how to truly...
You let me handle that. I mean, you don't gotta handle that kind of stuff. I got a lot of problems.
Oh, thank you, Lathander, for all that you give me every day of my life. You're such joy in your light.
Amen.
Oh my God.
Anyway, you were saying?
I could just watch you all day long. Now, you're going to need to take Edu here. He's from Celestia. See if you can find a dryad who might be willing to come help us. But not just any dryad.
Okay.
See, the dryads here, they're not like dryads back at home. The dryads here, they're not just connected to trees. They're connected to the tree. The world soul itself. They're like manifestations of this amazing spirit. But the ones with this kind of world-hopping energy, it takes a really rare kind of dryad. You need one who's a boy. They're born only once in a great while. But it is said that they have...
Now it's gross again.
I don't like this place again. Come back up.
But they've got this energy that extends beyond just this world. Now, they don't get to serve apparently as leaders for their people. as the female dryads do, but they've got this little special magic. Edu, you might be able to hook us up with one. He says, yes. Now, when it comes to getting some of that omniglass, we need to look into if it's even possible to get inside the guild hall without getting incinerated or electrocuted or some other terrible fate.
This is all great. Can I ask a quick question?
Of course, honey.
Why are you helping us?
It was already...
Well, listen, we just met her and her elephant friend, and now she wants us to go fight people and get ourselves in trouble. We don't know her. I mean, we have no idea if this is...
To be fair, we're going to fight people and get in trouble anyway, so we might as well...
That's true. That's true.
Do it for some purpose.
I would just like to know if you're just the friendly sort, or if there's something else here.
Go and make an insight check.
Ooh. Insight.
Is that something you're good at, James?
Not really. Where's it at?
It's on there. Right there.
Oh,
Plus
yeah, I
one.
didn't see it. +1.
Oh,
no, I didn't roll in here.
Roll
That's
in there.
jacked up. 14.
Great. No, I have chastised Jim, but I think this would be a good opportunity to run an assessment on the vibe.
Oh, now you think it's a good idea.
Yeah, but I don't let that on. I mean, you don't know that I think that.
Okay.
That is a 27.
Wow.
As far as you can tell, Vi is shooting straight as they shoot.
Clean.
Huh.
Now, honey, to answer your question, it's really simple. I'm a businesswoman. You all broke the thing I'm supposed to fix. I'm going to have to spend time working on getting all those orbs back up on the ceiling and getting the magic going again. And while I'm doing that, and while all my assistants are helping me, I don't have time running around to get some kid dryad or omniglass. And so in my mind, I'm like, well, here we are. We have some people stranded in a strange world with nothing better to do. And based on stories I've heard, you've got some skills. So how about you help me so that I can help you? That's the only way I'm going to get paid.
That's fair. No, I get it. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm 100% on board.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. Great.
So you do a lot of business interdimensionally?
Oh, yes, that's my whole business.
Do you, what's your affiliate program like?
Oh my God, Viari.
It's a fair question.
You just got made official.
I was just thinking that Omin also has some really great contracts for affiliate partners that maybe you two could talk about. But I would vet those for you first to not waste your time. But also, I'm really curious.
So let's say this. You go out and go get that boy Dryad. While you do that, we'll figure out if it's even possible to get into that guild hall, or else you're going down into the sewers, unless you want to go to the sewers first. But once we've got all the pieces, and we have that machine humming again, assuming I can fix it, we can maybe talk about some interdimensional franchising.
Ooh.
Omin falls off of the couch, down, forward, and like picks himself up and like, it's fine, I'm good.
Vi,
Great.
do you know if people in this strange world like magic? And I produce a dove.
I have heard that they love gathering to see all sorts of magic.
It's a great place.
Right.
Well, that's great news.
Yeah, it's great news for you. I feel like seeking out the boy Dryad as our initial play, sort of like just dip our toes into this thing is probably the solid play. I mean, it sounds like you agree that that's one of our first steps.
It'd be certainly a chance to see a bit of the city. I mean, I'm not going to stop you if you want to go down into the muck, but you just got here, and this poor dear is about to fall over. I think she needs to see some trees and some grass.
Please, boss.
This is my feeling as well. Obviously, technically, it would be a vacation for you, so it's not paid time. But
right, of course, I completely understand.
Yeah, I mean that's quite reasonable, I think. And honestly, there might even be some money coming back this way. But we don't have to worry about it right now. This is all stuff we can catch this on the back end, obviously.
Be interested to see the paperwork.
Yeah.
Wow.
And unicorns.
How much? You said you could sell me one. You didn't say how much they were.
I'd have to make you one, honey.
Oh, okay.
But you get this job done, and maybe do some more of that fancy magic, and I'll give you one.
Oh,
dude, I'm ready. I am ready to see, like, older Jim.
Yeah, puffing on a pipe, sitting on a porch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, you all look busted to hell.
Oh.
Well, hey, now that's...
I think you need to sleep.
Well, we will, but not because we look bad.
It's going to take me some days to get this fixed, so there's no need to go dashing off and getting yourself killed. Why don't you sleep? There's a room, it's not fancy, there's some cots in there. I can ask Sprocket, hey Sprocket! She yells out in the hall, and this little sprite flies in.
Really?
And he has also little goggles up on his forehead.
Oh, this is the best.
And he's bobbing around in the air, and he says, "What is it, boss?"
I'm audibly disturbed.
These fine folks,
Jesus,
they need to
You mean
sleep.
Lathander?
Yes.
They need to sleep. Make sure they have some food too, and make sure the pyro convergers are not in their room. Yes, boss.
Yes, that's actually a good note.
And the sprite bobs out into the hallway and says, "This way."
Okay.
Am I correct in assuming that we're maybe going to transition into a long rest? Then, as they wander out, go to Vi, and I'm like, so this is a very strange world. But I think probably some things here might be a little bit the same.
Uh-oh.
What I'm really wondering is...
Here we fucking go.
They're probably ready to head to bed. They've had a hard day. I personally am wondering if people here go and drink and have dinner together.
God damn it.
Smoldering, literally smoldering.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on.
What is it? What do you got?
Come on.
Now, and let me be real clear here. Viari is not always on the pull. This is a valuable ally. This is an interesting woman that I am just saying I would like to have dinner with. Also, maybe to work out an affiliate deal while Omin's asleep.
Oh.
Oh, no.
It's persuasion, you say?
Yes.
That would be a 23.
Okay.
She takes another toke on the pipe. Some more unicorns. Now, I don't normally get in for gingers. But I do like to talk business. And if that goes well, maybe afterward there can be some commerce.
Wow.
But this is a work of days, my friend. Also, it's the early morning, so what we're talking about is brunch. They're going to be sleeping during the day. Now, are you sure you don't need some rest?
Yeah, I'm up for brunch.
Well, I'll be damned. I did not expect any of this today.
Dude, so brunch has just become a euphemism if it wasn't already.
Hey, Edu, get the cleanup crew in there. I'm gonna go out and have a meeting. Come on, good sir. And she hops down off the chair, places her pipe back on the side table, eyes the rifle, doesn't pick it up.
Work it in, I don't know.
But she sort of pats around, and you notice that she pats around toward her back, and you see holstered back there, she has a pistol. And she says, there it is.
I go out to brunch. I am perfectly charming and polite. It's very nice. It's a very nice meal. Why is what?
Now, she takes you to this little chamber with sliding doors. You notice there are no other doors out of it. They close, and there's this bank of buttons on the wall. Honey, have you ever been in an elevator? All right, so the low numbers mean we go down. And so she presses the one, and the elevator goes down.
When you grab the wall, start crying.
No, it's like a Spider-Man thing. Like he's up at the top, like
pressing against the wall.
And it goes faster and faster and faster until it suddenly comes to a stop. The door opens, and it opens into a room with no other doors or windows. This whole part of this building is secret, so we gotta be a little careful about where we go. She takes you over to one of the walls. She hits 3 times with her elbow, goes 1, 2, 3 with her pointer finger, her middle finger, and over here in her ring finger, and the wall opens. And it leads out into an alleyway, and outside it's like you're in a giant canyon. These buildings are so tall. Quick, 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 she says. Quickly, the door closes behind you, and when you look at the wall, there is no sign that there was a door there at all. Now follow me. There's a great brunch place down the street. Now the rest of you, Sprocket takes you to a room where there are several blue people quickly carrying out other devices that look like the rifle Vive was armed with.
Oh, this is the pyro.
Yeah, must be.
Convergers? Pyro convergers.
One sec, they say. Once they clear the room, it's ready for you to take a rest.
Oh, has Sprocket already left?
He's still,
After
he's hovering there waiting for the room to be cleared.
I say, Sprocket,
Yes.
I think you could leave one. I think you could leave one. One, just one. Sprocket, one. You leave one. How many is that? It's one. It's not a lot. It's not 2. It's not fucking 3.
What will you give me for it?
I see that Omin wants this, and she's like, oh, hold on, someone gave me, yeah, they gave me these backstage passes for this show, but Strix told me it wasn't going to be very good, so I thought maybe you could trade
hurt
for
bad.
them.
Mentally damaged.
It says 1 VIP pass to the Jim Darkmagic show.
All
yeah,
access.
I don't really want to go, so all access, yeah.
It's all access.
Here, yeah, I say,
here.
Thank you. Thank you. That is much appreciated. I say, sir, we are from far away, But that being said, we have, or I should say my friend has mastered an ancient art form, and I think that you will be startled as fuck. And I hand him a ticket, and I say, yeah, the Jim Darkmagic. The Jim Darkmagic.
Now the ticket is
bigger than him.
Yes. So he's sort of hovering in the air with this massive ticket.
I say you might want to just use it now. It's going to be inconvenient for you to carry it around.
Who the hell is Jim Darkmagic?
I said, that's Jim Dark. That's him right there.
This handsome guy
Jim
over here.
Darkmagic.
It's him. Look at this guy.
I'm a pretty famous magician, and I put on a heck of a show if I do say so myself. The ticket you've got right there, it's worth quite a bit of money. A lot of people would want that ticket. It's all access. I don't know if you saw all access.
all access?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's meant for the ladies, but, I mean, you can come backstage, I guess.
Yeah. Use some of the craft services.
Those pies were amazing.
Wait, the pies are good?
Yeah.
I do love me a pie.
Say, Jim, just do some magic. Just fucking do some.
Yeah, cow dove.
It's like a dragon
Well,
to
yeah,
him.
for him, it's like it's gentle coo is like.
It's just harassing him now.
His talon. It's like warring with him in the air.
Feathers are flying everywhere.
Evelyn, who thinks he's a very struggling magician because of what Strix has told him, is like, that was great. Good try. Good job. It was very impressive. A bird.
Thank you.
You made a whole bird.
Thank
All
you
right.
Yeah.
very much.
Oh.
You're welcome.
A whole bird.
A whole bird.
Oh, wow.
All right, Omin.
Yes.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage because of Jim's show.
Because of Jim's horrifying dragon bird.
Wow.
Yeah, so advantage, si vous plaît. All right, that's 15. Let's see if we can do a little bit better.
You have -1 on that, too?
No, it's 10 plus 5.
Oh, it's 10. It looked like 16.
Baja! 15. Who knows?
That was the magic number.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right. I say, yeah, just leave one of the fire cannons just over there by my bed.
That's a pyro converger.
Yes, agreed.
Now, and he's, to hold the ticket, he's basically like this. Now, you'll need to have it near you for about an hour. It bonds to its user. You can't pass that thing around. It's magic.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's great news for me.
I should probably bond with it then.
No, I got it. I'll just cuddle up with it.
Technically, those tickets are non-transferable. I want the gun.
Now, I have work to do now, so I can't cash this in, but I want to see more of that dragon show later. With hopefully some pies.
Oh, yeah, there'll be plenty. I want this gun. I want to bond with this gun, man.
Here.
Is that what you do with guns?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see, like, what's your dexterity?
What's my dexterity? Oh, does that matter?
I suspect.
It's +2.
Okay, that's like +3 over me.
Oh, yeah.
I say, oh, all right. Fine. You can have it.
Yeah, so I grab this gun.
You now have yourself a pyro converger.
Oh!
Which you can find in D&D Beyond.
Oh, it's up there?
It is indeed.
Oh, boy.
Now, Patrick, would you like to tell the audience about the ticket?
I might mention that at the very end, just to not interrupt the flow of the game here.
All right.
Thank you for the offer, though.
Sure thing. This has to do with world builders.
Indeed.
Anything else, sleepyheads, while Viari is having brunch?
I just want to rest.
Yeah, I trance for, like 4 hours, and then I am just pacing. And I am really disturbed by how much attention Omin is giving Evelyn, so I spend a lot of time just staring at her sleeping. And just grimacing, thinking about Lothander and being really mad.
Throughout the time that you're doing this, Evelyn goes to bed like super dainty, curls fluffed and just like with a little blanket.
Oh, the blanket goes up like this?
Yeah, like this. Except throughout the night, as she kind of tosses and turns, the hair just all over her face, and she's like drooling a little bit. She's like a very unkempt sleeper. She looks ridiculous.
I take a mental picture of this, and then I keep looking over, seeing like maybe like Omin will wake up and see her like this. But no.
I'm gonna get up, just like the pace across the floor. I'm a very, very like hyper light sleeper. I'm just gonna get up and just like swing my legs over the side of the bed, and I'm just gonna rub my eye. I'm gonna say, Ms. Dankgrass.
Oh, Omin.
Why? Why this?
Just keeping watch, boss.
Why? Oh, all right. And I'll go back to sleep.
The end.
The end.
Evelyn usually like wakes before the dawn and does like calisthenics, prays to Lothander, does her hair and things. So I assume that she kind of just, wakes up at a certain point, waves hi to Walnut. Good morning, do you want to go work out with me?
Oh, no, not this time.
Yoga?
No.
Pilates?
No, I have my own Pilates, I do.
Oh. All right, well, I'll be right back. Just gonna go.
It's a special Lottie.
It's a type of Lottie.
It's a elf type of Lottie. So.
Yeah.
Now, Viari, was there anything in particular you were trying to learn with Vi? Any special kind of deal you were trying to seal?
Please do something useful for me.
I legitimately, this is somebody who I have just ended up in another weird new world. I know nobody, and this person is extremely knowledgeable, seems pleasant, and did not immediately try to kill any of us. So
it's a change of pace.
I just want to be her friend. Now, if she kind of makes an advance during brunch, Viari is okay with that. But Viari is also, reputation notwithstanding, he's not an asshole. He's not gonna like just try to push anything. He's mostly, it's like, this is a good person to know. And if he can get her talking, about this world or about the,
I don't know.
Everyone's laughing and I don't know why.
This all sounds reasonable to me, man. I don't know either.
And so, yeah, I want to get the lay of the land. Oh, yeah, see, that's going to be.
There it is. Yeah. It was coming. You knew it was coming.
So in the brunch place, you find yourself actually distracted most of the time by the insane diversity of creatures in this city. You thought Waterdeep had an amazing array of peoples. Here, you see walking out on the street as you and Vi are trying to drink your coffee, full-size giants going down the street. There are dinosaur-sized creatures thumping down the street. You see blue people, you see elves, you see elephant people, centaurs gallop by, minotaurs go by. And Vi can't help but notice you, sort of your eye constantly being drawn to these things. And she said, honey, it takes a while to get used to.
And honestly, he does. The first time he's like, there's a giant, and he stands up, like knocks the chair over. He's like, it's like, oh no, I gotta kill. Oh, he's just a dude going to work, right? Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
He's going to the movies or something.
And then he tries to be cool about it, and after like 15 minutes, he's like, holy, that's a giant, like blue. Yeah, he's like a kid in a candy store after that. He's just like loses all of his cool and doesn't even bother pretending.
It's one of the things I love about this world. Back where we're from, all these things would be trying to kill us. Here, you can go out and have a drink with them. Now, some of them will try to kill you, especially if you get embroiled in their inter-guild conflicts. But many of them, they're just going to work, going out to have fun.
Guild?
Oh, yes. This whole world is ruled by 10 guilds. I can't quite make sense of it. They have like one ruled by an angel. They have another one ruled by a demon, and all sorts of other creatures rule in them, and they somehow coexist. It is remarkable.
And I'm like filling out the notebook in my head, like making the bullet-pointed list that I'm going to download to Omin later. Yeah.
Now, I know you're interested in business opportunities and all sorts of things about this world and about the cosmos. We'll get to that. And she proceeds to actually ask you a lot about yourself. And she is genuinely interested in where you're from. And as the conversation goes, she eventually gets to the point where she starts to talk about her work. And she says, "Now, I'm an amazing inventor, Viari. If I say so myself, you might think, oh, that's a little boasting from little Vi."
I enjoy a good boast.
I like how honest you are. I think we're going to do some business. But I want you to keep an eye for me on your friends. Make sure they stay alive. Make sure that Walnut doesn't have a panic attack. Be a good friend to them. And a good employee. Because if you prove to me that you can be a good employee to them, that also shows me that you're a man of character. And then this friendship can get deeper.
I love that as the end of this scene right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you rejoin the group, and you are all now rested. You've gained the benefit of a long rest. Sprocket rouses you, and
I'm already awake, and I've been like stripping and rebuilding my pyro converter. I can do it like.
No, you should have like a piece of it in your mouth.
Yeah, there are many pyro converters, but this one is mine.
You're really gonna die. Those things do explode.
They say what? When do they? Is there any telltale signs or lights?
Well, the more you use it, more of the chance it goes boom.
I've been using it a lot already.
I've been using it for 6 solid hours.
All night I used it.
So it's good occasionally to rest yourself. The energy gets replenished, and then it's less likely to blow up.
Understood. Refractory period.
It's kind of how is it stuff works. It works, and then it really, really doesn't.
Understood.
Can you give me more descriptions of the device?
So it looks like, well, your characters wouldn't know it, but we would know it. It's like a small flamethrower, basically.
Oh, okay. So there's a tank of some kind?
Yes, but inside there is a faintly glimmering amber light. There is a trigger, and if you pull it, not saying you actually will, I'm telling you the player, not you the character. If you pull it, it will shoot out flame in a 10-foot cone. Your foes will have to make a DC 13 dex save, and if they fail, they're going to take 46 fire damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one. So it's always going to deal some damage.
Wow.
Here's the catch. Each time you use it, you have to roll a d10, and you add the number of times you've used it since your last long rest. If you roll 11 or higher, it blows up.
Wow.
Cool.
Amazing.
The best.
Great.
But otherwise, it has no charges. You can just keep firing it, and every time you fire it, you're just risking it blowing up.
All right, fair enough. That's basically how Jim operates all the time.
Yeah, Jim catching himself on fire would actually be like an exquisite change of pace.
There's an Alanis Morissette song about that, I think.
There is.
Yeah.
It's like raying.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sprocket leads you to the elevator that you took earlier in the day, Viari. Again, you're all a little disoriented.
You guys have been on an elevator, right? These low ones, if you push the low ones, you go down. Yeah. I'm assuming you knew.
Oh, well, yeah, right. Yes.
Evelyn in an elevator is funny because she's flying, so I think she kind of like bounces
Bobs.
against the ceiling and then kind of tries to figure out how to stay in the middle of it while it's moving.
Two things. Despite resting, you're still purple,
Yeah.
and you still have a bunny tail.
I'm slightly comforted by this.
It's like the only natural evidence of natural creatures
Yeah,
for miles around.
I keep worrying it. Like, I keep fidgeting with it and then catching myself and then fidgeting with it.
Edu meets you at the elevator
Yes.
and says, "Good morning. Up. We're gonna leave from the roof."
What? How?
Oh, you'll see.
I don't
Oh, found a surprise.
I say, we just pushed one of the larger numbers here, like any elevator.
The highest one. No, that one there.
Yes.
And up you go. You are let out into a room that's like the one you saw down at the bottom, Viari. No doors, no windows.
Still top secret.
He hits the left-hand wall, does 4 fingers then, and it opens. He looks outside, his trunk sniffing left, then right.
I love this shot, like the external shot in the movie version. It's just the trunk. It's like right along the walls, like this seeking sort of nose serpent.
All right, the coast is clear. He leads you out onto a balcony, and you are at the top of essentially a skyscraper. And you can see now in the dusk light this astounding city that stretches in every direction.
Okay.
And as sunset approaches, you can see lights illuminating in every direction, like stars in the sky. And they go up these tall buildings, the lights, and you also, now that you're outside and high up, you see that just as down below the streets were filled with creatures of all sorts, you see that the sky above Ravnica has airships, zeppelins, what look like small dragons soaring around, griffins, strange serpents that you've never seen before, wiggling their way through the clouds.
I sort of walk over to the edge and just rest my hands on it and just make sure I have a good anchored position. And I say, Edu?
Yes?
Is all this okay? Is everything that's happening up here okay? Is this your apocalypse? Do you have a prophecy about these?
He quickly is looking around in the sky. Oh, I thought maybe someone was attacking. No.
So these are fine. The airship's fine. The dragon's fine. The griffin's fine. The sky snake is fine. It's all fine. All right. It's fine. Evelyn, it's fine.
Evelyn, as you were like braced against the side, Evelyn in her flying boots comes right over the edge. Whoa! And just hovering there, like off the edge of the building, looking down and around, and like in wonderment. She's not scared at all. She thinks it's marvelous.
Viari just kind of like stands next to you and he passes you a hip flask. And he's like, and he just kind of like, here.
Walnut, like, is doing her best to not like Viari, but like this constant comfort is like
it's timely.
Yeah, it's timely. So she begrudgingly takes it and she mutters like the smallest little thank you, and then just the whole thing.
And he says, really, the wild is wherever wild things are. We take it where we find it.
Oh, Amy thinks that's really sweet.
Who's Amy?
He's taking a shot at it, like trying. Yeah. If it falls flat, that's awesome too.
Walnut passes him back the flask and goes, "No, this is hell."
I get that too. Yeah.
Now, all around the edge of this balcony, there are little sculptures. They look like little gargoyles, birds, other figures, like you've seen on temples and other large buildings in Waterdeep. But as the secret door seals behind you, and now there is no sign of it, you notice that 2 of what you thought were statues suddenly animate and leap into the air to fly away. One of them looks like an angel about this tall.
Like a portable angel?
It looks like a little marble angel, but now suddenly animate. And what especially catches your eye,
attention to it.
It has a golden metal mask bolted to its forehead. There is also, then the other one looks like a little devil, and it also has a golden mask bolted to its forehead, and they are booking it away, and Edu goes, "Oh crap, we were watched!" What do you do?
Do I have any knowledge? He pointed my attention to.
Yeah, I did.
Could I religion check or anything to find out if I know anything about these, or are they just completely out of my realm of knowledge?
They really just look like a generic angel and a generic devil, but again with these strange metal golden masks bolted on their faces.
No, so
are they already gone?
They are, at this point, they are 30 feet away from you in midair.
When he says that we were watched,
yes.
Evelyn's like, "Oh, I'll go get them." She dives off. She's trying to just reach out and grab them if they're that small. Just to stop and have a chat, not to hurt them.
So each one is about this size.
Okay.
And they are 10 feet apart from each other, so you're going to need to pick one to go after.
Obviously the angel.
All right.
And I'll actually, if I see her heading out, I will book it in the same direction, and I'll pick whatever one she isn't going for.
So she can fly.
Yeah, I was going to say.
This does not concern Viari. This is the tallest building I've ever jumped off of, and I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh.
It's 30 feet out there.
What
yeah.
are you doing?
I can jump like a motherfucker.
Oh, that's true. Your horizontal jump is fucked.
Oh yeah, I'm built for this.
How's your vertical
fall? This is your moment.
Yeah. I can jump 800 feet so long as it's down.
Good.
But see, the thing is, if I get this thing, they can fly. I'll be fine.
All right.
That's a tomorrow problem. The today problem is, how do I kill this spy?
So how far exactly can you jump horizontally?
What I have, I have the thief archetype, so, and a ton of acrobatics. So, let me see here. There's it's been a while since I've read up on the. I heard that you're head of rules for. So, I have a super good jump. I have super jump skills.
All right.
Well, hopefully you can ask the lead rules designer for 5th edition if he knows, because I bet he might.
I'm gonna ask you to make a dexterity acrobatics check for me.
Okay.
Now, Evelyn, you are flying rapidly toward the angel. Mm-hmm. Are you gonna try to grab it?
Yeah.
All right. Please give me a strength athletics check to see if you can grapple this little guy.
All right. Strength athletics, that's going to be 14.
14. All right. You grab it.
Just grab by the ankle. Wait!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hold on. Just a sec.
It squeaks, almost like a rat. And begins flapping its wings even faster.
I try to. No, it's okay. Shh.
Now, as you grab hold of it, you realize that even though it looked like it was made out of marble, it feels like clammy dead flesh. All right, Mr. Jump.
Jumpman.
It's a good thing he made us so right with the lander.
Oh, I like this. I like this flavor.
That's
29.
Quite the hop.
Whoa.
Hip hops.
Yeah.
Now, do you give yourself a running start?
Oh yeah, no, it's straight off, and I get the edge, and I push with one foot off
I was just gonna say, it's
the brink
it's like
of the.
up to the edge, and then you kick off, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm fully committed.
It's like, what's that movie, Skyscraper?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Evelyn.
Yes.
Viari comes hurtling toward you. He's hurtling toward the devil.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't look like he's going to make it. do you do anything to help him?
Evelyn's gonna try. She wants him to feel like he's doing well. She doesn't want to like take away his moment. She's gonna try to fly underneath him and just kind of give him a like. She's gonna try to fly. So if he's jumping and he's kind of falling, she's gonna try to shoulder one leg and just give him another little boost.
All right.
And the truth is, for all of his talk, Viari always trusts the team. I know I can jump off this building and somebody, if I can't save myself, somebody will save me.
Here. And when I see him jump out, in my mind, it's like I'm hearing the music. It's like the triumphant music. Like, obviously, there's a French horn. And then as I see the arc start to become more flaccid and useless, I say, Walnut, aren't you also a bird?
Oh, absolutely. The time is now. Kakra. So I also get a running jump. I leap off of the balcony, and as I do, I wild shape into a hawk as my bonus action. And I fly at this. It's the devil that we weren't going to get. And I would love to do something to it.
Just hunt it.
So
sounds like it's made of flesh.
I'd like to just get it in me talons.
All right. So as Evelyn grabs the angel and Viari hurls himself into the void, you then get this sort of swinging push from Evelyn as she twists in the air.
Kind of crouching tiger, hidden dragon.
Yes.
Ooh, cool.
As then Walnut soars over you, and I will let the two of you try to grapple the devil, and whichever one of you does the roll has advantage because of this team maneuver.
Okay.
It's going to be a strength athletics check.
Oh, come on.
Do you have different strength as a bird?
No, I have my stuff.
I will say I'm pretty solid on strength athletics. Do we both make the roll, or one of us picks?
One of you will roll.
One of you gets
Whichever one of you is better,
Yeah.
you have advantage.
You know what? I'm gonna let you take it.
Eight.
It's advantage, though,
It's
right?
advantage.
I would love this advantage from my. So there's the whiff, there's the, and just the fingertips brush, and the bird helps. It gives me advantage by.
I beat you with my feathers.
And it's just like, not good enough.
It's better.
19. Hold on. It's just the roll, so it's a 19, yeah.
You grab it.
Okay.
Now, Evelyn can fly. This thing now is furiously flapping its little bat wings as you and it start to plummet.
This is all part of my plan.
Controlled descent, though.
Yeah, it's like a parachute.
Yeah.
It's a hang glider, but made of dead flesh.
It's funny, too, because this time I was like, I need to pick my spells. Like, I only bring 13 and not cheat this time. And I'm like, I don't need Featherfall.
Why would I use
Why would I ever use that?
You got it.
Despite its best efforts, you two are going down.
Where have I grabbed it?
All right, you grabbed it right around its little devilish midriff. It has this sort of barbed tail in back, and you have the same experience Evelyn did, that this thing that looks like marble, like dead flesh.
It's the worst. I get it, and then I have the immovable rod, and ding.
Bam, you stop in midair. And you hear up above, that was amazing!
I as he does that, I slip Edu a card. Just saying.
Now you better kill him!
Why? Hi.
We don't talk to them. This is not a.
They will tell the masters we can have the Orzhov Syndicate on us.
Is it fine if we just peel the masks off their face? Is that sufficient?
Bolted right on their dead flesh.
Well, so it'll work pretty well then.
All right, they are starting to squirm. I need you to roll initiative.
Even those of us on the building?
You can all do it, since you might want to join in the fun.
Oh my god.
God damn, dude, I slammed it like Onyx. I got 17.
That was Jim?
Jim's 13.
Oh, 13. 17. Viari, what did you get?
24.
That's real good.
Whew. Walnut.
5 again.
Oof.
And Evelyn.
9.
Oh boy. All right, Viari, what do you do? It is squirming around toward you, and you see that as it opens up its mouth, it has these wicked-looking teeth. And also, the stench of death comes out of it as it opens that mouth.
I would expect no less. So, immovable rod. I just want to get, I'm going to trapeze it. I want to get my knees over this. I'll use my full movement to do that. You want to roll? Okay.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So you're so you have this rod, and you're performing some kind of Cirque du Soleil shit, around that fixed point.
I got one arm here, the other arm's on it, so I want to heave myself up, get my knees, and I got a dagger. I'm just going to kill like a chicken.
All right.
Oh, you should love this, Walnut. This is your brand.
Circle of life. Go on.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Could it be argued that as I already have it grappled, I would have advantage on this roll?
Yeah, but hold on. You're suspended from a rod.
Yeah.
I'm merely curious.
You can nip this shit in the bud right now, Jeremy. You can establish the rules right now.
This is the moment. Oh my gosh. Jinx.
All right, Pat.
You want a soda?
Yep.
Oh.
Which hand are you holding on to the rod with?
Right hand.
Legs, I thought.
Right hand to swing myself up.
Move. Mm-hmm. Right.
And then the left hand has this one grappled, so that's why I need to get my knees around it.
Right.
Oh, there we go.
That's why, I wasn't just showing off.
Oh, all right, that's great.
Yeah, I wanted to get my knee, like a trapeze. You hang your knees over it, and that's how I get 2 hands, one to hold and one to stab.
It is too good of a maneuver. I'm going to give you inspiration for it, and so you have advantage.
So that is a 26.
That is quite a hit.
Okay.
No, let's see if you get the 20.
Oh, might as well check.
Well, the big thing is, since I had advantage, okay, now I get to use my sneak attack.
So you just turn him over backwards and just say, shh,
surprise!
Don't worry.
Yeah.
It'll all be over soon. This is the Viari nobody sees. It's only when I'm alone.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Yeah. You're gross.
Okay. There is 21.
It is dead.
Just delayed.
And a weird mix of black ichor and sawdust pours out of it as you stab it.
Fucking gross. Fucking what?
So
gross.
Now,
Omin says this to the top. Gross. Yuck.
All right, Evelyn.
Yes.
Yours gets to go.
Okay.
The little angel sprouts little claws and goes for your face.
I'm not.
I rolled a natural 20.
No. Evelyn's beautiful
In the face.
What happens?
You take 14 slashing damage.
Oh, jeez.
Face.
Wow.
Evelyn's like,
Omin, what do you do?
Oh, man.
Jump off the building, dude.
So you and I are still on the building.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't. That's crazy.
It's a power move.
Who do I love more? You know.
I can't help you. I don't have anything that can make you fly.
Trust the team.
Okay. Let's see. So it's just. Yeah.
I don't know if I carry that with me all the time.
I hold my hand out and I say broom. Broom.
I think you used it.
Yes, you know, I'm checking.
Broom.
Woo, broom.
Say thank you, and I've never used it once.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna jump out, Nimbus 2000 type shit, straight off the top rope, and I'm gonna see if I can get up close and work this thing out.
You're right next to it.
Okay, marvelous.
And you hear behind you, Edu says, "What's even happening?"
Let's see. Do I think that hold person would work on this piece of shit?
It's worth a try.
Undead.
Yeah, you're right. It's mostly sawdust. Do I have like a whole wood byproduct? Right? Is that one of the things I have?
But if it's undead,
You know what though? It really is about. At the end of the day, it really is about the gesture. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith. On Evelyn. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Evelyn because I don't want the relationship to start from this point where it's like I'm doing like.
You don't want her face to get fucked up anymore?
Well, that's. What I'm saying.
Way to make a beautiful thing awful.
Yeah.
That's the Jim Darkmagic
That's
brand.
the Jim Darkmagic magic.
Here. I don't want to establish a norm in the relationship that's about rescue and I don't want it to be about that, but I can help, right? So Shield of Faith.
how do I feel? How does that affect me?
I would describe it as a shimmering field that appears and surrounds a creature of my choice. I choose you.
Oh.
And now, just like welling up from deep within you, you feel a +2 bonus to AC.
Oh, that's awesome.
Good move. What do you think?
Yeah. I can see it in my head, just as you describe it.
Yeah, and it's 10 minutes, so do what you want.
Awesome.
Jim.
Yeah, so the devil's dead, and the angel is being held by Evelyn. So magic missile, I can target just the angel and not have to worry about any kind of, I'll cast it at 3rd level, so I'll do 4 bolts.
It's a lot of bolts.
2, 4. Ooh. 9, 13, 14.
Bam, bam, bam. These bolts of arcane energy almost strike you, but they unerringly just batter the angel in your arms, but it is still alive.
Tell Strix about that. Just how well placed those were.
That was well done. You're doing great.
I don't like that.
You should be proud.
This is the first positive regard we've ever had on the team, and it feels so unsettling.
It feels wrong, yeah. I'm a very powerful wizard.
Yes, you are.
I'm a very powerful wizard.
Positive self-talk.
Evelyn, what do you do?
Evelyn just wants to make sure that she understands what's going on. She's holding this really gross feeling thing that she thought was an angel.
Angel baby sawdust zombie.
Yeah, she's really just... So she wants to use her divine sense to just get a sense of, like, is this good or evil? Is it celestial fiend undead? What's going on? So she wants to use that as her action. She hugs it close and goes, ugh, but tries to figure it out.
So what's interesting to you is you thought you were going to sense undead, but you don't. In fact, you don't sense any of those things, but there is this powerful sense of desecration upon this thing.
Evelyn is super familiar with constructs. Does she feel like that might be what she's dealing with?
You think that's probably it.
Does she feel like it has any sentience whatsoever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
She has a soft spot for sentient constructs, and she feels very sorry for a construct that may have been desecrated. She thinks it's really gross, but she's not going to kill it. So she's like, stop, hold on. I'm just going to bring it over. Them over, you poor thing. And so she's just going to hold it tight, keep it grappled, and move toward the building to ask the Loxodon what we're supposed to do with this.
All right. So they fly past. What do you do, Walnut, as you flap there?
So I'm circling over Viari, and I see he is just hanging out in space now with kind of nothing to do. And I see everyone kind of concerned with Evelyn, and I realize that it is maybe my responsibility to get you back to the balcony. And so I do maybe the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. And I drop Wild Shape, and as I'm falling, I use Conjure Animals to summon a giant eagle to swoop in and grab both of us.
Wow.
Take us to the balcony.
Right, but it's like, has anyone here, when was the last time they saw anything like it? I mean, the griffin is like the closest thing they got.
This is nothing.
This is weird shit. Here, this is weird
They've never
stuff.
seen a real eagle.
Oh, yeah. This is freakish.
You hear behind you.
Good gracious.
Oh, thank you.
And you have inspiration for that.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah, file that shit away.
You know, I would just like to say, Jeremy, Chris Perkins never gave us inspiration. I gotta say, it feels really nice. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Speaking of inspiration, what is it?
You know, for the people in the audience,
Just in case somebody out there doesn't know, maybe doesn't pay attention a lot when they're at the table, maybe gets confused, forgets things.
So it's advantage that you get to bank, and you get to use it on a roll of your own at some point, or you can give it to a friend.
What?
There you go, audience.
Now, you can only ever have one inspiration at a time, so don't hoard it.
Okay.
Yum.
Yum. Yum.
All right. As you bring this creature back toward Edu, he says,
I'm afraid you've got to destroy it. It could be the familiar of someone high up in the syndicate, possibly even one of the undead. They can't know about this lab.
Why not?
No one's supposed to know about it.
Well, who am I to say that knowledge should be kept from anyone? This is a new world to me. I mean, it's your world, Omin, so I mean, what do you think?
Well, we, sad as it is, I mean, the rule is that you gotta kill him right away.
That's the rules?
Yeah.
Well, couldn't it be turned or taught to be better?
You know what? Let me do this for you.
She tries to hand it over gently like a little baby, but it's like, you know, so she kind of.
I'll get a good firm grip on it. I say, I'm just gonna go down in the elevator.
And talk to it?
Yeah, I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay. That's so kind. You have such a sweet heart.
That's what people say. I pushed the lowest number.
And what do you do with it? It is squirming in your arms. This stench of rot coming out of its mouth.
Yeah. I look at it, I'm just like holding its little like chicken wing arms off to the side, and I say, "You want to die tired, you piece of shit?"
Meanwhile, Evelyn's upstairs like, ha.
Jim's like, he's gonna kill it.
I actually kind of like, whoa, there's Viari right in between the two of them. He's like, he is, you know, Omin always kills it. He is in there 110% every time. And he has a heart. And he does what needs to be done.
Right. So, at the bottom floor of this elevator, this room is much like the room upstairs, correct? It is naked. It is essentially a perfect Dexter-esque surgical kill room, correct?
Oh, absolutely correct.
So I let the doors open and I summon spirit guardians right outside.
Oh, Jesus.
The door.
For this little thing?
Like throwing it into a divine Cuisinart?
Yeah.
How much splatter do you want to produce?
I get it so that I can hold it with one hand, just around its stringy little neck and around its chest, and I say, "You know what? It's not your fault, but it doesn't matter." And I throw it in. And I throw it in there, and then I whistle and hit the top button.
There is a very wet noise beyond the elevator door as your ancestors do their work.
Seeing that she is like tore up, after I sort of reassure her.
Oh yeah, she's all kinds of fucked up.
I'll be like, you know Strix?
Yeah.
Strix?
I'm so worried about her since Jim said she's so ill.
I think she'll be fine. I think she'll be fine. I go, she gave me this. She's like, and he brings out a pie. I have good for one pie of dubious providence.
Dubious
from Strix.
Providence.
Yeah,
So at
it's
first,
sort of like, oh, a pie.
So you're like, I have a Strix pie, and Evelyn's like, uh-oh.
It is nourishing and healthful.
Thank you. That's
fresh.
It does smell just like home. She tests it to find out what kind of pie it is. Do you have any idea?
I would say dealer's choice.
Oh yeah, this is what we want. This is what we want.
It smells at first vaguely of garbage.
It has a bouquet.
But see, sometimes things Strix has touched, like the pan itself might smell like garbage, but the pie might be real good.
But then, underneath that, there is this sweet smell of, you think, strawberries, and maybe there might even be a hint there of rhubarb.
Oh, rhubarb.
Rhubarb, one of my favorites.
Oh, rhubarb.
This comforts Evelyn, and she's completely forgotten about whatever's going on in the elevator. And she's like, would anybody like a slice? Let's just have a moment together of, let's say grace. She starts cutting it. And dear Lathander, bless us on this day here on the ceiling of this, or the roof of this building. As we partake in this food together, may it nourish our bodies and may you shine
Gods
down
aren't
into
real.
our soul.
I mean, like, Viari's like, and woe to those who aren't Lathander, the unreal gods who aren't other than Lathander.
Whoa. All right, listen. I listened to a lot of this yammering today. But that's too far.
I'm just saying there probably are unreal gods, fair enough, but like I've seen proof of Lathander's work.
That's so true. I have too.
No one has. It's not real. You were in a cult.
The marks on my body are from the boon that Lathander gave me.
You're not supposed to talk about religion at dinner. Now let me this stupid pie.
Well, let's pie.
We can agree on pie, right? Pie.
I will eat the pie. Begrudgingly.
She hands
Is pie
up,
real?
Yeah.
and they just sit in kind of like silence.
It's the uncomfortable Thanksgiving. It's worth.
Because you were the one given the ticket, you regain 10 hit points.
Ooh, I feel great. I feel reassured.
10 face points.
Yeah. As she eats, she's like, oh, this will heal nice. I'm sure there won't be a scar. She kind of,
Apply the pie directly. Just eat it through the massive hole in your face.
Oh, no.
She glues it together with some strawberry rhubarb.
Yeah, exactly.
You notice Edu's trunk sort of
snuffling.
Yeah, drifting toward the pie a little bit.
Oh, she definitely offers him some. Everyone together for this, everyone's sitting cross-legged on this like helipad.
I just want to know if there's any pie left when Omin gets there. That's the only question.
If Edu gets a bite, there will be none left for Omin.
You can have my slice, Omin.
What is going on?
I'm trying to make a good impression on the boss. Some of you should try.
Oh.
Wow. I'm just not used to seeing Omin get all this attention.
It's okay. You're doing great, too.
I know I am. I'm doing very, very good.
Yes, you are.
Stop that! Your friend Strix is going to die.
In the grace of Lathander.
Not that again.
Viari's constantly getting I can see Jim like circling her, and Viari's constantly trying to stay in between the two of this poor positive person. How is she going to survive in this group?
I'm gonna sit down. I'm just gonna sit down by Walnut, and I'm gonna divide the pie 51-49. And I'm gonna say, and I'm just gonna just low voice. I'm gonna say, what do you think of Evelyn?
Oh, well, I think that she is very concerned with her faith. Maybe too concerned.
This, I have to be honest with you, this seems like a tremendous amount of work.
I just wonder if she would have the company's best interests at heart.
Oof.
Sorry.
Oh, shit.
But whatever you want to do, Omin.
Well, I think we know who he wants to do.
I'll finish the pie. Say, Edu, are any of these other evil statues on your building actually constructs of your enemies sent to spy on us, or is this something you can check on regularly?
Apparently we need to.
Well, I'd consider it. Obviously it's a service we could provide at Acquisitions Incorporated. Obviously it'd be an ongoing contract. I mean, of course there'd be certain things T's to cross and so forth, but.
Well, you should talk to Vi about that.
Yeah, I think I will.
But we really should get going.
Let's do it.
Before there's really no light left in the sky.
Let's get it.
All right, this way.
And
which place did we decide to go?
We're gonna head over to. We're gonna check out this boy
tree.
dryad. Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna check out their world soul, Mot Celestia.
So Edu takes you around, away from where you exited from the elevator. And there's this wider open space on the roof, and there is in the floor this square area of what looks like stone. And he says, "Stand here."
We have problems with these. I feel like we stand on a lot of rings and we regret it.
What's going to happen when we do, just as a heads up for us?
Oh, the sides will come up and a balloon will pop out and we'll ride it over to...
Oh, well, that's not bad.
It's fine.
See?
It's fine.
This is why we asked.
You know what? And it was a good thing that we did. Now we're going to have fun.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have fun. Yeah, we're gonna have fun.
I don't know, boss.
Now, how long does your eagle stay with us?
For 1 hour.
Can I ride on your eagle with you?
You can ride near my eagle with me.
Adjacent to the eagle.
So
Well,
are you
that's
two?
nice too.
Are you two going to fly with your own means?
Oh, right. I can just fly. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly on the eagle. Yeah.
She flies like just enough that she can kind of like pat its neck once in a while.
Yes.
Edu touches a silver rod to the floor. Lightning arcs from it onto what looked like stone, and just as he said, sides pop up on all around you, and then from each of those sides, this contraption starts to come out like piece by piece with these metallic pieces like building themselves up to a part that then expands and a balloon explodes out.
This is what I wanted.
You got it.
And away you go into Ravnica's sky with all of those creatures still milling about, airships zooming by. Edu seems unfazed by all of it.
Yeah, it's just driving on the street.
And as you go, and as the light begins to fade more and more of the twinkling lights down in the city illuminate, you can see ahead of you what you think is another tall building. But you realize that it is a giant tree, as big as any of the skyscrapers that you saw, and its branches are illuminated with what look like fireflies. But as the closer you get, you think it might be actually filled with sprites and pixies. And Edu...
Sorry. Walnut's obviously probably just like enthralled with this, but can Evelyn do that thing where, because Evelyn is a very skilled flyer. She's been doing this her whole life. So I imagine as she's kind of, floating along with the eagle and stuff, she kind of starts like buzzing around either side of Walnut. She's like, Walnut, can I ask you a question as a friend?
Yes.
And Walnut's probably, and Evelyn's just kind of like getting in her, trying to get around to like look at her. Do you think, this is so weird, I know, but like has Omin said anything about me?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes, thank you.
Oh boy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh boy.
This is the best.
Dude, so the weight of the world
Praise
is on his
Lathander.
shoulders.
Because the thing is, I wrote him a letter last time, and I feel like maybe I was just a little too snappy in the letter, and he hasn't written back. We were supposed to be pen pals, and he just hasn't written anything back, and I feel like I just maybe stepped in it, Is it that bad? Oh, it's that bad.
No, listen. I know a little about how tricky love can be.
Oh, not we're pen pals.
The love of a pen pal.
That is true. I mean, there are all kinds of love.
And sometimes it takes a long time to write a reply. So I wouldn't worry too much.
That's so encouraging. Thank you, Walnut. You're such a good friend.
I sure am.
I love this nut. And as you're flitting around and you're finishing up your conversation, I'm going to look over from the balloon at Walnut, and I'm going to say, Nut.
Boss.
I'm going to point over at the tree, and I say, don't say I never gave you nothing.
As you get closer, 4 Pegasi come up flying in formation.
Yes!
With elves riding on their backs.
In formation?
Yes.
Like the Blue Angels.
I was the Thunderbirds.
And you see each of these elves wearing this armor in emerald that glimmers even in the dusk light. And they raise their hands to notify you to slow down. And when they do, Edu pulls out, it looks like a large amulet with a tree symbol on it that also glimmers, and he holds it up. And as he does so, the formation then peels off, and one of them yells out, "You may land."
Evelyn does the thing like if you see like a sick sports car on the road, she does the
She just like tracks him the whole arc.
And so you descend, and as you do, Walnut,
Oh no.
you smell coming up from this plot of land amidst this giant city. This mix, the smell that's a mix of honeysuckle, fresh soil, despite the urban, for you, hellscape all around.
Yes.
This actually seems to you like one of the most unspoiled pieces of land you have ever been near.
Oh my.
Wow.
And you feel like it is radiating from this tree, this sense of purity.
I'm awestruck.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
Well, as beautiful as it is, it can also be boring as hell. That's why I'd work for Is It.
I see. Nature can be boring sometimes.
I'll wait for you here. Take this insignia. I think you're probably the best one to carry it, given your response to all this.
I straighten up like 500 times.
You're going to want to go not to the big tree. You see that tree right next to it?
And you see a tree that looks like a large oak tree.
Oh, an oak tree? All right.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
You're going to go there and ask for the dryad Aurea.
Aurea?
She is one of the Voda of Celestia, the dryad to rule over the different parts of the great Celestian community. They're called the Voda.
Okay.
You can ask her about the most recent boy dryad to join this community.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And Acquisitions Incorporated will be on its merry way. Let's go, team.
I'll be here.
Thanks, you do. Up top.
What's happening?
I just kind of, I do it. I'm like, and
He just holds his hand still, unsure of what you're doing.
and then I turn. I'm like, yes, thank you. Now, one more, and there, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
culture.
I say, all right, yeah, we got there. Okay, we're gonna move. It took a while.
Actually, my favorite part of the game is when I taught the Elephant Man to high five.
You know what? That's what D&D's all about.
Yep.
All right. A herd of centaurs gallop past as you make your way to that oak tree.
This is great. I'm having a great time.
Omin, I think your girlfriend has centaur fever.
What do they have that you?
Oh.
Flanks.
On either side of a large open doorway that leads into this oak tree, which you can see is actually a building, there are two more Loxodon flanking the door, each of them wearing a flowing white robe, and each of them carrying a green staff. And one of them, looking at you as you approach, she says, "Peace. What brings you to the tree?"
I
The
say,
grace of Lathander.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, no.
It didn't bring us here. It's not real.
No.
Yes, let's sing his praises. Ah!
She's in a cult.
She needs to be deprogrammed.
Yeah.
I look as official as possible, and I showed the insignia that I was given. I say, we're here to see Aurea.
And is your heart pure?
Uh-oh.
Mine? Yes.
And do you, Walnut, truly have good intentions? This is me, the DM, asking you.
Walnut believes she has good intentions.
So, the Loxodon, she places her hand on the tree bark behind her, and she looks at you very intently after you say this. And there is actually sort of a shimmer, faint greenish light over the bark, and it's as if a breeze wafts through the doorway and through the leaves above you. And she says, "The tree will accept you inside."
Oh, thank you very much. And then I turn to the rest of you, and especially Jim, and I go,
Inside, there is a circular chamber, at the center of which is a pool of water. And you can see in that pool, there is actually a view of some other part of the city. And as you approach, you see this tall, silver dryad standing over the pool. She is wearing a white robe like the two Loxodon outside, but the leaves in her hair are all silver. Her bark is silver. She looks like she is very old. And she waves her hand over the water as you approach, causing it to now just look like regular water. And she says to you, "Peace. What do you seek?"
"We seek a boy dryad." And I kneel.
"What is your name?"
Walnut Dankgrass of the Enclave Panax Anima and Acquisitions Incorporated.
In that order.
Today?
Yeah.
Most of those words I don't understand.
That's fine.
But the tree let you in, so your heart must be pure, at least when it comes to your intentions here. Our boy, the tree's boy, Elm, is not here.
Oh. Okay. Where is Elm this fine day?
At this, Oria's silver-barked face darkens. He joined the circus.
You guys have a circus? Why am I just now finding out about this? What are we doing at a tree?
This is great.
It's a tree. Where's the circus?
I would love for you to go to that circus and convince that boy to get back before they chew him up and spit him out.
That we can do.
There are circuses all over this city.
Wow. Do you guys hear that?
Do you know what kind of circus I'm talking about?
I mean, I assume there's fire breathers, some animals that jump through hoops.
Elephant ears.
Maybe a magician.
But not real ones that locks down.
Oh, yeah. Funnel cakes.
Right.
Well, then that all is a part of it. But, she says, these are also circuses of blood. Do you not know about the cult of Rakdos?
No.
Circus of blood?
You're not from around here, are you?
No. No, we don't have circuses of blood where I'm from. We just have the normal circuses, mostly.
You must be from one of the further districts.
The farthest one. Yeah. But I'm super famous there.
Very, very nice to hear if the cult of Rakdos doesn't have its hellish entertainments that far out from the 10th district.
So, I do have one question, if I may, and it won't take long. How much blood are we talking about when it comes to the circus? Just like what volume?
My guess would be if it's in the main name.
Yeah. No, that's a strong indicator.
It's not.
But why do you run off to join the circus of blood?
See, under what circumstances would
circus stances?
under Under what circumstances?
No, that was good.
So what attraction would this blood circus have for one who was attuned to the very world soul?
It has to be said that even though our life is one of peace, here beneath the boughs of our great tree, some, they get a little antsy.
Is that because it's boring as hell here?
Have you met Edu?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that this dryad is 17.
He is young. Mm-hmm. Young even by human years.
Oh, wow.
Did he join the circus, or did you give him $5 and he kind of wandered off there?
He joined it.
Oh,
Well, sometimes people have a calling, you know? Maybe.
To the blood circus?
Yeah.
So
you have this calling to be a great magician.
I don't like it when you say it. I don't understand why I don't hate it so much. Stop. I'm very talented.
I'm called by Lathander. Maybe he's called by Blood Circus.
Called by crazy lady.
Yes.
I'm sure, even if he's been called, we can call him back for you.
We would be indebted to you if you could convince him of the error of his ways. You would be friends to Celestia should you do this for us.
Would it help us or hurt us in our cause to have an insignia or some form of livery from the tree?
Here's the thing. I think it is better if someone who is not from our community
Third-party
convinces
negotiations, say no more.
We have already tried. It's like talking to a tree.
Yeah.
I say, well, you understand, but at this time, we're not prepared, obviously, to offer service in your area. This is really more of a one-time thing. But, whoosh, card is provided. I say, it won't be long before we're able to offer reasonable rates, even on ongoing contracts. So certainly we'll be in touch. For now, let's show you what we can do.
She takes the card. Fascinating.
You don't know the half of it.
May the blessing of Mat Celestia follow you.
Do we feel a blessing?
You do.
Ooh.
What is it?
There is a tingle all over you, and all of you have now 10 temporary hit points.
Wow. It's like Selsun Blue.
A third of my health.
So these stack on top of your regular hit
Oh, yeah. It's like a hat for your hit points.
Exactly.
Personally, I like to think of all my hit points as temporary hit points. It's just, it leads to better expectations all around.
All right, yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure. So we'll head back. We'll talk to. Yeah.
There are many circuses.
Oh, indeed.
Many blood circuses?
Oh, yes. He went to one called the Garden of Emerald Delights.
You know what? This is. I think that's.
Sounds pretty good.
I think that's misleading. I bet it's actually bad.
It's worth checking out. Let's go.
And so you head back to Edu. You tell him where the Garden of Emerald Delights is. Yes, I know it.
I bet you do, Edu, hey? Up top.
Ho, ho, ho.
I say, as we're lifting off and moving out, I say, Edu, what's your history with this tree? They have an impression about you, and I'm curious how they came by it.
This is it's practically a paradise. And so if any of us leave it, they don't really like it. We're still welcome back, but we are always the prodigal children.
It's a hard place to leave, I imagine.
Satanic.
No, don't let him have that.
But I could see why you might want to bow out of that lifestyle.
Oh my God. It was the criminal endeavor.
You could really branch out if you leave that sort of...
Would you say you'd have to pack your trunk and leave?
Oh. I wouldn't, but you would. And that's the whole balloon ride right there.
Yeah.
I vomit over the side of it. But like angry. And then I come back up and I'm fine.
As you puke over the side, there is a giant about 20 feet below you.
Oh, no.
Who looks up and is like, what the fuck?
Look, it got real bad up here. I don't know what to tell you, man. Right?
Edu has a pedal he starts pumping to cause the balloon to go higher up into the air.
I think
it's probably good luck, like when a bird poops on you.
When a bard poops on you?
A bird.
Oh.
Bird.
I was like, if a bard poops on you, that's not. Don't celebrate that.
I don't think I've experienced that before.
Right?
All right. The balloon comes in for a landing, and you can see that actually there are other balloons parked here, some strange-looking chariots with creatures that are shaped like horses but are not horses. Some of them have greenish skin and in fact look like they're made out of leaves.
Wow.
There are also regular carriages here, and people are streaming in to this large tent, true to its name, Emerald, and there is a garden that has been laid out all around it, and you can hear music. You see fire breathers outside, and in keeping with the theme, the fire that they're breathing is green flame. There are jugglers, and you can see a massive amount of people inside gathering, and you can hear someone making an announcement.
Do we see any blood?
You don't see any blood.
This is great. It's just a name thing. It's not.
Maybe it's about getting your blood boiling.
Exactly.
Yeah, getting your blood pumping, like
Yeah,
get excited.
it's fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. Let's go.
No.
Inside, and as you approach, on either side of the tent entrance, there are these giants standing guard.
No shit.
Each of them has almost opalescent-looking skin. Then they have these spiked masks over their faces and these leather harnesses they're wearing, and they are just standing there like bouncers on either side of the tent. And they just look down at you through their spiked masks.
I feel a new feeling.
So, did we see people handing them tickets, or did people just walking in?
People are just walking in. No one is collecting tickets.
I feel very comfortable here. I just walk right into the tent.
Inside, there's a ring of dancers at the center of this circular performance area, and they are dancing around a maypole. Now, the dancers, you see people of all sorts. You see some satyrs, you see humans, elves, some more of those blue people, Eloxodon, and the bleachers that are arrayed around are being filled rapidly. And standing near the center of this ring of dancers is this man wearing this long trench coat that is totally emerald green. He has a greenish rose in his lapel and has twisted mustachios and a green top hat, and his arms are upraised, and he says, "Welcome! Come one, come all! The night's events are about to begin. You there! I see you there, standing near the entrance. Come in!" And you see that his voice is strangely amplified. He's not holding a bullhorn or anything of the sort. Somehow, You can all hear his voice as if he was standing right next to you.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, audience participation, go, 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 go.
Yeah. I have it aside with Walnut quickly. I say, are you getting any kind of vibe here? This is clearly not the normal circus thing. This seems more like a nature cult. And I'm not saying that like in a bad way. I think that there is some natural expression here of reverence for the natural world. I mean, this must be what drew him out of the tree.
Can I do a religion check?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a religion check.
Okay. Oh. Ugh, a 9.
So,
oh yeah, can I use my inspiration?
Yeah, you can use it anytime you want.
Please.
It's yours.
16.
Hey.
All right.
What's your
Thanks.
when your religion is? Yeah.
So as you look around, there are all the signs of nature, but there is not any kind of religious symbolism. And in fact, as you look around looking for symbols, you notice carved into the edge of those bleachers, on the railings, on the edges of the seats, as you're walking in and you look at the side, it's beautiful carving. But as you look close, you see what look like little tree people, satyrs and whatnot, stabbing people with pitchforks, pushing people into cauldrons.
What?
And people screaming out in agony as they're tied to maypoles. So it does not look like your kind of nature.
Oh.
The old religion.
In the meantime, I'm up at the front and I go, does anyone here like magic?
And people all around you are like, woo, magic!
Sprays of multicolored sparks out of each hand using prestidigitation.
You, sir, the man down at the center, seeing this spray of light. Approach! We have our first volunteer before the performance has even begun.
He made pretty lights. Good job.
What is your name, sir?
I'm sure you already know it. It's Jim Darkmagic.
Darkmagic?
That's right.
Did you hear that, everyone? Darkmagic. Here in the Cult of Rakdos, we are about nothing other than dark magic. Can you all say with me, dark magic? Sir, you are made for our stage.
I'm made for every stage. Yeah, I go right up into the center there.
So I say under my breath, I'm like, no.
And so the crowd then erupts in applause, Jim, as you go down toward the center, and the dancers make room for you so that you can approach. What do the other four of you do?
I
worry.
To use, I look at the other three, and I think that maybe we could use this distraction to get backstage and find Elm. And so I give, like, a nod.
It's not really a distraction, it's a performance.
It really is the focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evelyn is completely engrossed. She forgot that they had any mission here other than to have a great time in the circus. So she's like, he's going to perform?
I guarantee.
Nobody sees me. Okay.
I guarantee that you will, I say, Walnut, aren't you also a weasel?
I can be if you wanna me to blow all my wild shapes for today. I'll do it.
Well, I'm just.
We've had a long rest. Oh no.
No, we haven't. I say, well,
yes.
I need you to be ready. Is there some via your
my ways,
your ways, your arts?
Yes.
You must have a way to find a creature like a dryad.
I can, and I will, and I transform myself into the sweetest of little weasels. Sweet Bweezy. Sweet Bweezy. And I swizzle my way past the crowd, and I try and find the backstage.
All right. As you move around, dodging people's feet and whatnot, you notice that in the circular tent, there is no backstage per se, but you do hear, actually, especially now that you are closer down to the ground, that there is some kind of understage. And you can actually hear what sounds like machinery down below you, not only below the audience area, but also beneath the stage where Jim is now standing.
As if it were a huge sausage grinder, just ready to
ready to work, ready to do his dark work.
Now, what are the three of you doing while Walnut is?
I am telling Viari to be ready.
Yep. And I am assuming that there is something I will eventually need to swing off of, and I just need to find out where it is.
There's
ropes here. There's trapezes.
Listen, this is your fucking dream.
It's my playground. Yeah.
In fact, as you look up, you see that there are at least 10 trapezes hanging from the scaffolding that has been erected in the upper area of the tent.
Yeah.
It's not the only thing being erected. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Now, everyone, that our show has been graced with the Jim Darkmagic, it is time for us to start our show. And he snaps his fingers, and what erupts from his hand is this massive gout of green flame. And as it soars up into the air, music suddenly erupts from under the floor, as if there is an orchestra down beneath you. And Jim, you standing there next to him, the floor starts to move and the stage starts to rise up.
I'm loving it.
And he says to you quietly, "Do something, they love you."
I spin around hundreds of doves in all directions.
The crowd.
Yes.
Get onto the center of the stage. You deserve it.
And he points to the central part of the stage.
He is weak against this type of attack.
I was born in the center of the stage.
On this big red X right here.
On his skull.
Please, please, sir.
Yeah, I absolutely.
Your audience awaits.
Yeah.
All right, so Jim, as you stand onto the central part of the stage, it's a large circular area. He steps back to make way for you, and it begins to now rise up even higher than where he is.
Just enjoying the applause.
Your feet are now at his head level, and as the platform gets that high, a spot in the platform opens up next to you, and a platform raises up, and he says, "And behold, tonight's offering next to tonight's star, a dryad from the holy tree." And the crowd erupts in applause as this bound boy dryad is raised up. The platform you're on, Jim, begins to turn, and it starts turning more and more rapidly. And there is a sudden squealing noise all around you as curtains drop in this area up in that scaffolding, and you see descending down toward you at an angle like this are rolling blades that it essentially looks like an entire ring of wood chippers. And that is where we will end.
Oh no! Oh, shit.
Yes.
Oh, man. I don't want to stop.
I know, I want to keep going.
Can we just go back to my room after this? Oh, man. Okay. All right, that's a lot. Whew. That's a lot. Pat, first of all, pretty nice fucking debut, man.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you.
Jesus.
Wow.
So hot. So hot. But you wanted Pat to talk about his cards.
Yes.
So this might be a good time to talk about the cards.
Yeah. If I get up like you sometimes do and talk to the audience, will that goof up the camera shot?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's see. Try it. They'll yell at us if it happens bad.
So, real briefly, this way?
Yeah. Now, don't die. Don't die.
So the folks here have given me a chance to talk a little bit about something they've chosen to participate in, which is a charity that I started called World Builders. What World Builders does is rally the geek community in order to make good, sustainable change in the world. And every year around this time, we have a big fundraiser where we raise money for Heifer International. So it's an opportunity for all y'all to come in, maybe definitely make the world a better place, and also maybe win a bunch of cool stuff. Our main lottery has like 6,000 prizes and worth about $170,000. We give away books, games, comics, a beautiful hardwood, like gaming table from Wormwood. Who's seen that out, right? A cabin for two on the Joko cruise, a nice balcony cabin. So we're giving away some excellent stuff because all these lovely people in the community have donated this to us just so we can give it away to you if you donate. If you donate to us, we pass all the money on to Heifer International. We're creeping up on $500,000 right now.
Yowza. Yowza.
And as a little extra thing, the first time we've done it is this year. I've reached out to all of the people that I know in the gaming community to produce these little one-off, usable at your table cards. And so, like strict, yeah, there we go. This is the acquisitions, some of them from Acquisitions Incorporated. What do we got there? There's Walnuts, the one that kills one beast with fire. Viari's is good for one dramatic rescue. Kiss optional. But we also have cards from everyone in Critical Role. We have everyone from the Adventure Zone. We have everyone from, we have Sirens of the Realm and kind of everyone I knew that I could reach out to who I thought might help. We're doing up dozens of these, and if you come and donate on our team page for the D&D cards, we're giving away hundreds of these cards, including full sets of cards, including one of every card. But the real thing you're gonna get here is the knowledge that if you give us, say, $20, Heifer International will go in and teach a family how to take care of chickens and how to build a pen for chickens and how to incubate eggs for chickens. And then they give them chickens, and then that family, their kids have eggs to eat every day. And that's really fucking awesome. Nobody does this better than Heifer International.
It's true. It's true.
So if you come in, give us some money, help us make the world a better place, help feed some hungry kids, not just for a while, but forever. Because Heifer trains these people to like incubate eggs, and eggs, if you hadn't heard, make more chickens, and then chickens make more eggs, and a lot of families that's...
Is that how it works?
I'll draw you a picture later. Or they do it with goats, and goats produce milk. And then
goats, are there eggs for goats?
There are goat eggs. And so what happens is these families suddenly go from poverty to prosperity. They are in charge of their own lives. They can sell milk or eggs for money that they use to send kids to school or buy them clothes or medicine. And these people get to be prosperous. I would not spend such a huge piece of my life doing this charity if they were not top shelf. I would really love it if you'd consider coming in and doing this with us. Outside the theater today, there will be some people. If you want to throw some money our way, we're giving away extra stuff if you donate here at the con. If you donate, you're eligible for all the card draws as well as all of the prizes in the regular fundraiser. Let me give you some cool stuff, and you give some kid the chance to eat food every day. Does that sound cool? The reason that World Builders is a success is that geeks are kind people with large hearts, and you know how to game a system. And that is what Heifer International does against hunger and poverty. So thank you so much for your support. And we have 1 week and 2 days to get in on this action, so please don't miss it. Thank you so much.
All right. Now, before the evening wraps up, first of all, I want to thank you for coming out. I hope you had a good time. I would like to thank Dungeons and Dragons. I would really especially like to thank Jeremy Crawford for just completely enrapturing me.
Oh,
that was great.
Thank you, everyone.
No, it's my pleasure. I want to thank Magic the Gathering, of course, for giving us a new place and giving me a new market, obviously, for my goods. I also want to thank D&D Beyond that sponsored the show. And if you look over there, you can see a code that may be of use to you if you're considering purchasing the digital Legendary bundle. Until next time, thanks so much.
Thank you.